In this segment of Advanced Tips for Writing a Better Play, we're going to talk about how to stay on track. Now, you've already begun the writing process, you've gotten some ideas, done some writing, done some rewriting and editing, and if you have, you know that writing a play is a lot of work. So some of these pointers are just to kind of keep you going. Now, the first thing you can do is go to a play, if you haven't already, and choose a play that's similar to the genre you're writing. Now, take a look at the storyline, obviously, and the characters, and a lot of aspects about the play itself, but don't forget to look at the audience. It's very important to look at the audience reaction. Now, another thing you might do is to, if you haven't completely gotten an idea you're really satisfied with, is write scenes. Write several different scenes. It's sort of like painting a house. If you're going to decide what color, you want to paint a swatch, let it dry, take a look at it, and then decide. You don't want to paint the whole house and then decide you don't like that color. So write some scenes, maybe including some of the characters in your play, and just see if you want to continue on and write that play, actually. Now, another thing you might want to do is start your own writer's salon, and that way you'll bring some other writers together and talk about different problems you may be having in the writing process and share some of the work you've been doing. Now, generally, people who haven't written a play really don't understand how much work goes into it, so don't ever let that get you down when coworkers or your spouse or family members really don't understand the process. Just keep working at it. Now, another thing you might try, and you might think this is totally crazy, but because a play is so much work anyway, but the idea is to maybe be working on several projects at the same time. Now, I don't mean you want to scatter your energies and your efforts so nothing gets done. You want to spend 90% of your efforts on your one main play, but you might want to create some other projects on the side so that if you get a little writer's block or it becomes tedious, that you can move on to other projects, and it's not like you have to totally put writing down because you're a little stuck on your one project. Now that you've begun the writing process, you may be able to tell certain areas where you need a little extra work. Well, go ahead and pick up some books in those areas, like if it's characterization, dramatic structure, dialogue, whatever it might be, along with the writer's market, go ahead and pick those up. Also, instructional videos can be great. The playwright Steve Caverneau has a lot of wonderful clips that you can take a look at. Now, one thing I want to leave you with is, again, the idea that playwriting is not play writing, but it's creating. It's playwright. W-R-I-G-H-T, and W-R-I-G-H-T is not a fancy name for write like this. It's actually derivative of the word wrought, like wrought iron. And the actual dictionary definition of wrought is formed or fashioned, elaborated with care, also decorated and ornamented. So keep that in mind, be creative, and take some of these pointers if you need to, and move your play ahead forward.